Would you rather never feel love again or feel your last heartbreak twice?
Oh. I don't even know how that's possible.
I lost 7 pounds.
So
like I'm not trying to lose
honestly.
14 if I feel it double.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
I'm all set.
I heard that girls feel it like first
Instantly.
and then like guys feel it months later.
Run into the woods behind the school.
What?
Yes. Like wait, what? I'm not even joking. Every single day.
Wait, why? What was he
No,
doing in
I'm
the
not
woods?
joking. Every day, and I would just be like waiting.
Would you rather object at every wedding you went to, or take a selfie with the deceased person at every funeral?
Oh.
I didn't even fully read that one. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm from Newtown, Connecticut. I detail cars. I have my own business and I work full-time at a dealership, so trying to balance those two out until I could take my business full-time. Other than that, love soccer, love cars. That's mostly it for me.
And me.
Yeah, you're right.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. We get to tune in and get a glimpse of the guys. My name's Luciano.
Eddie.
Miller.
And we got some guests today.
Yeah.
So we got John here, Jess, which is not really a guest at this point.
I'm a regular.
And we got Ellie.
Yeah.
So we got two new guests on the podcast, and one of the guests are actually someone's boyfriend. So it's a pleasure having you guys on. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Let's get into kind of just introducing yourselves a bit. John, you can start.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Where are you from? Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm from Newtown, Connecticut. I detail cars. I have my own business and I work full-time at a dealership, so trying to balance those two out until I could take my business full-time. Other than that, love soccer, love cars. That's mostly it for me.
And me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm with you all the time, so.
That's funny. Yeah, that's interesting. How did you get into the car detailing business? Like, how did that start?
Probably like 3 years ago. After I graduated school, I was doing construction for a private contractor in Westport.
How's this going?
And while I was doing that, I was also looking for like a full-time job to do with my degree.
Yep.
And everything I was looking at online, and I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Sitting at a desk is not me.
Yeah.
I went through the whole school process not knowing what I wanted to do. And then I just kind of picked marketing, which has helped me with everything I'm trying to do. So
Nice.
it was definitely worth it. But after I did a couple interviews with jobs and companies and read online jobs that were around here, I was like, yeah, it's just not for me. So I kind of just took a stab at it and was like, I knew how to do everything. My dad taught me when I was a little kid. And I was like, let me just try, see if I could get any customers. People were really happy with what I did. So me and two of my friends kind of just went for it. And
Sick, man.
we've been doing pretty good, so.
That's really good to hear.
What's the best car you detailed so far?
I don't even know.
It's nothing crazy, but there was like a one-of-a-kind Volvo XC40. It was imported from Switzerland, the factory, or Sweden, sorry. They actually bought it there. They got like a full paid vacation trip, and then they include the export from Sweden back to the U.S. in the cost of the car. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
So it was really unique. It's not something you see.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That is interesting.
Yeah.
There's one on the right side or the left side?
It's on the left side. So, yeah.
Wait, but that just confused me. Volkswagen from Sweden, like that threw me for a loop.
Volvo.
Or Volvo. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I bet.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. No, good looks. All right, respect.
Yeah, no, my mom.
Okay, no,
I was born in Newtown. And
Oh, yeah?
my grandfather owned an auto parts shop.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow, small
That's
world.
actually crazy.
That's cool.
Insane. Damn. So what was like one of the biggest challenges, like first, like getting into business? Because we all are very much like entrepreneurial, like
Yeah, for
mindset,
sure.
and we're interested.
I'd say probably like figuring out everything that you have to do behind the scenes. So like you take your business idea. I formed an LLC for mine,
Nice.
and then they don't really tell you anything after that. So you have like I was supposed to be filing monthly sales and service tax for what I was doing, and I had no idea about that until it was time to file like the annual reports and stuff.
Oh,
So
shit.
when I had to figure all that stuff out, I had to go online to give my accountant my tax ID number, which I didn't even know what it was at the time. So when I found that out, I had to like they basically have an account set up for your business,
Okay.
but they don't tell you about it, and then you have to make an account for yourself to be able to log on, and then it like links together.
Okay.
So they'll do all their stuff on their ends,
I
but you
see,
have to
yeah.
figure out what you got to do on your end.
Interesting.
So when it was time to file for the annual, like I logged on, it was like
Oh, you couldn't get into it, right?
I couldn't get into it for they make it really difficult.
Shitty.
And then
Yeah, you're so mad.
pretty chill. So no, I lost my train of thought.
So you opened it up, and what?
Yeah,
what is
so yeah, I got on the website, whatever, and then I found my login. It was like 15 Action Center alerts, and it was like you have like all these late fees. So I had to pay all that I had to literally pay all the late fees, and they tack on interest on the late fees per month that you're late. So I had to pay that all out, but it was pretty cool because they give you like a one-time pass. So I just had to make an appeal, email them, and then they sent me like 14 checks for every month I missed. I was like,
Really?
or every late fee that I missed.
Yeah. That's actually good looks at least.
Yeah.
At least you got to figure it out, but.
Because I was like, I'm brand new. Like I didn't know I had to do all this.
What the fuck?
Thankfully, I got
Where's
the
my
money back.
guidance?
But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Where's
that's
the rule book? Like,
that's the
yeah.
hardest part is
Yeah.
you have no guidance. You kind of got to figure it all
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
You gotta do the CT website, right?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like My Connect CT or something. Yeah.
Tough, man. Tough. Very cool.
Yeah, it's lit. That is lit.
Okay.
You got your own.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, do I have late fees on mine? Because I
Oh.
not.
You would definitely opened it up.
I don't even know my
Depends
tax
what
ID
business.
number.
You know your tax ID?
Dude, I looked it up one time.
How are you supposed to know that, though?
Well, they give it to you.
Still like, yeah.
I don't
man.
even remember how I figured out, to be honest. I think my accountant was really like, "What's your tax ID number? I need that to file." And then I was like, "How do I get my tax
That's what I was
ID
thinking.
number?" I
That's
googled
exactly.
it, and then there
Yeah,
was like the instructions for everything is like 100 pages. Nothing's
Oh my
easy. Like
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
brutal.
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
but yeah.
So good luck.
But Ellie.
Ellie.
My turn.
You next.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So, like I said, I was born in the Newtown area, but I'm from outside of Hartford. But I actually moved to New Orleans, Louisiana for college, and then I moved to Austin, Texas for a little bit, and I just got back a month
She's
ago.
been everywhere.
Wow.
I wish.
Wait, where
Yeah.
you go to?
I went to Tulane University.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard.
He's never heard of it.
What?
so-
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
He was
know.
like, "What's that?"
Yeah. That's
I
a
was
pretty.
like-
Focus on soccer colleges.
Yeah, no, respect.
Yeah, we don't have a soccer
Sorry,
team.
man.
Our field literally got washed away during Hurricane Katrina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Said no
so-
field.
No
Yeah,
field.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, our football teams are pride and joy,
It's Texas.
to my dismay.
Yeah,
But
Tennessee, my bad.
yeah, so I went to school at Tulane for however long I was there for, and then I moved to Austin, Texas, and I was an 8th grade middle school teacher for a bit.
Wait, that's so
Wow.
It didn't work out, and so now I'm back at home. I'm making a career change, trying to figure out like what I really vibe with, because teaching was not it.
Nice.
You can sell wedding dresses with me.
That would be honestly lovely. My aunt used to work at David's Bridal, and
Oh,
she
cool.
loved it, but yeah, I
So
don't know.
what, like, when you got into the field, so you moved down to Texas, you said?
Yeah, Austin.
Austin, and then you started teaching. What was like the moment, or like what was the feeling of like, why did you really feel that need where like this isn't for you anymore, or how you knew?
There were like a lot of different factors that kind of
Really?
played in that decision. Well, for starters, like just personally, not really having to do with teaching. I moved to Austin by myself without knowing anyone there. So like that was a huge change. And I thought I was like ready for it because I had done a lot of traveling in the past, but I was not. I was not ready for that. It's really hard like not having friends, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of family in Texas, but Texas is huge. You could drive for 12 hours and still be in Texas. So it's, like,
genuinely.
it's not really like the same as Connecticut.
Of course.
But I think like for me, teaching is such a performative job. You're constantly on, you're constantly performing, you have to be high energy 24/7, and that was just really difficult for me because I'm like pretty mellow, and like also I have a hard time being performative. Like if I was upset, like it was hard for me not.
I could not do that.
Yeah, and I had a lot of really challenging students, and I love them to death, and I still think about them to this day. But I think the biggest issue for me was that I was so into the curriculum, I was so into like the content, and I felt like I was just like a babysitter, and all I was doing was like punishing, and I don't like that. Like I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like that. And so I think that was kind of like my I don't know if this is for me, you know. They loved me, but like,
well, that's good.
I love them, but it just like it wasn't a match, and I still feel bad. I wrote them a letter, but yeah.
No, that's really nice.
Oh no, they're so cute. I had 36 students.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, that
it
is
was
a
lot,
class.
and I think
It's
like
like a college classroom.
Yeah, literally.
What?
36 eighth graders.
That's crazy.
I think about 7 of them had IEPs, which means that they had behavioral issues.
Oh, okay.
And then I think about 80% of them were ESL. So most of my
What does that mean?
ESL is English as a second language. So
Oh my
most of
god.
my students either spoke
Yeah.
most of my students either spoke Spanish fluently or they spoke indigenous languages, which is really difficult because we don't have a translator for that. And it's harder for them because like people assume they speak Spanish, but they actually speak indigenous languages. So it was really hard for me because I was like science, but like no one understood what I was talking about. But yeah, it was tough. And like I was talking about this with Luch earlier, but did you all grow up in Connecticut?
Yeah.
So you guys took the CMTs, right? Like the Connecticut mastery test?
Yeah.
So in Texas, their version of the CMT is the STAR test.
Okay.
Okay, I've heard of that.
You have? Okay.
But I don't really know what it
Yeah,
is.
so in Texas, it's kind of messed up because schools receive their funding based on how well students do on the STAR test.
Shit.
And so, like, if your student population fails the STAR test, like majority student population, the schools will get shut down and
That's
like get
wild.
their funding cut. And so everything revolved around the STAR test. All my teaching revolved around the STAR test, and I felt like I wasn't really teaching for knowledge. I was teaching memorization for content, and I just didn't vibe with that. Like that's not how people learn, and it was just like rote memorization. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I
There's a lot of
definitely see
factors that went into it. But
Wow.
I
No.
feel like that's how like majority of schools work. In my mind, honestly, like you're just teaching for the grade, or you're just there for the grade, not really there.
I would hope you didn't have teachers like that.
No, like,
But
We
I
had pretty
teachers.
good teachers.
Yes, my favorite teacher was Miss Bars.
Who is
in
that?
high school.
What teacher was
Bars
she?
Vasquez for it was
Wasn't it like
social. It wasn't social. It's not called social studies, but it was
history?
yeah. But I forgot what history was. Sophomore year.
Did you guys all go to high school together?
Me and him went to high school together.
Okay.
And then me and Luch went together. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Newtown High.
Newtown High.
Newtown.
Duh.
Where'd you go for college? Forgot that.
University of Rhode Island.
Dope.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
bet.
I was gonna go there actually.
I
it's a
applied,
sick
but
school.
apparently I never finished my application.
Oh no.
Like, whatever. Anyways.
They have a sick little hockey team over there too. Honestly. Like,
Yeah, the basketball team's good too.
Really? That's
Well,
wild.
they had
Yeah,
Dan
they
Hurley,
are
but he left.
Oh, jeez.
UConn.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool too, though.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, right?
Did you ever give out any detentions?
We don't have. Okay, that was another reason why I left. They don't give, in my opinion, just punishments for bad behavior.
Oh, they
Like,
just like
there's
let it
just-
slide.
Yeah, and like there is a whole ideology behind it, which I can somewhat respect and understand, but I think they kind of abused it to the point where like there was just no like no one was learning from their mistakes, you know.
No repercussions.
Well, okay, I have one student. I love him. He was my favorite student. I like to say, but he had really bad behavioral issues because of just like things that were going on in his personal life, and like as a teacher I was very aware of like what was going on and tried to be empathetic towards that, and I stayed empathetic towards that. But he would do this thing where he'd just walk out in the middle of the class and then run into the woods behind the school.
What?
Yes. Like,
wait,
what? I'm not even joking. Every single day.
Wait,
Yeah,
what? What was he doing in the woods?
Every day. And I would just be like waiting for to just. Oh shoot! I shouldn't have said his name. I was just.
He's not gonna watch this.
I was just waiting for him to just like.
We don't even know where he is.
Every day.
He's probably in the woods. He's probably in the woods.
He's in the woods. No, it's actually scary though because there's boar, which are dangerous. Boar will attack you, and there's also.
Oh, there's a boar just chilling in the woods.
Yes.
Wait, in what grade? One more time.
8th.
Oh.
It was a 5 through 8.
Yeah,
He just
no.
leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
He would just leave. And it was my responsibility. We didn't have security. I was the school nurse.
What?
I was the school nurse.
Wait,
What?
wait,
Yes.
wait.
What is going on here?
Wait.
How bad were the test scores?
Literally, this is
No.
what happened. That's a whole another story. I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I have to like give myself shots, and like I'm very well versed in medical stuff. So they were like, "Oh, perfect, you can be the school nurse." And I was like, "Oh no."
What?
Like I never no.
Do you have an office?
No.
Was this like
I
extra
Just
pay?
out of your the nurse out of the
classroom.
classroom.
No, I didn't have my own classroom. I shared a classroom. I can't even talk about it. But literally,
That's traumatic.
literally, so and so
It
would run out into the woods, and I would have to go. I would have to go chase him every day and leave.
You're like,
35
hold on,
other
guys.
Students.
She's like, booking
No,
into
everyone.
the
It
woods.
was literally a drill. Like everyone knew. They're like, oh, he left. Like,
Go get him.
Miss Perry's gotta go.
Get
for a
after him.
run. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Crazy.
no.
And it was the worst part about it was like the second he would get up, 5 other boys would get up, and it was just like I was just constantly being like, sit down, take a seat, please.
Wow.
That's
And it was
crazy.
exhausting to the point where like they would have to do their work with me at my desk, and I would be like, they didn't know how to write their name. Like it was really hard.
That's wild.
It was hard. They didn't.
I
write
don't
full
blame you for leaving. I could
sentences.
not do that.
No,
Yeah.
it was
How long
tough.
were you there for?
Just a year, right?
4
Guess,
months?
guess
4 months.
less.
Less than 4 months.
3
This
months.
all happened in less than 4 months.
A month.
Wow.
2 months.
30
I
days.
think I was there for about 2 months
2 months.
before I was like, I got to get the hell out of
I
here.
mean,
That
the,
Okay.
the fact that you have this many stories and the amount.
No,
of,
it's
like,
true.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I think that's more than enough. Yeah.
I was a co-teacher at first, and my co-teacher quit the second day of school.
What?
Yeah, and she was supposed to be like my mentor. Like she was supposed to show me the way because she was older than me and had been teaching. And she was like,
What is going on?
"By
here?
the way, I quit, and also you're gonna be on your own tomorrow." It was my third
Figure it
day
out.
ever in the classroom.
That's crazy.
And I was
Wow.
alone with 36, with him running. No, it was really crazy.
That's insane. Yeah. No,
But yeah,
I'm
sorry, I dragged out that question.
No, you're good.
No, that was. I love that.
I think honestly, I think it was a perfect amount of like context
Okay.
to like
Into the
understand
woods.
really why
No,
what
I didn't
happened.
quit because like I was lazy. I quit because I was going crazy.
Yeah, no, understandably.
Really. Yeah, and that was just
I
one
don't even know
child.
how you do that? Yeah.
Like each child has a story for real.
They have a story.
Make a whole episode dedicated
Oh
to
my
that.
God, I could.
5 episodes.
No, I really could. Like I became their parent. Like
Yeah, that's
literally.
wild.
And their
Yeah.
nurse.
They were
That's
there from
insane.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's
Oh,
how long their school
Wow.
day was.
What?
So I was working 12 hours. I was there from 6 to 6.
What?
That's absurd.
And I was like, and then I had classes after because I was getting my master's. So I was like, I think I'm just gonna die.
Wow.
Like I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Yeah, I
It
do
was
know.
106 degrees.
Oh.
There's a lot.
Okay, never go
Yeah.
back.
All right, next.
You're
question.
done. No.
Next question. That's
No.
funny.
I wanted to ask a question to John. 'Cause
Yeah.
You said he went to URI and he liked soccer and all that stuff. Did you watch any games in URI? at
Like
all?
soccer games?
Yeah.
Oh, only a couple,
Only a
honestly.
couple.
Yeah.
And how were the the area that you went to? Like, how was it? And like, did you party at all around there? Like,
Yeah,
was it good?
Mr. Frat Boy.
Yeah, I was in a
'Cause
fraternity.
Salve-
Yeah.
Oh.
SAE.
You were in.
No.
SAE.
way.
Okay,
Yeah.
bad, tough.
Because Morgan Lily said like that's a frat that I would've,
Morgan
like, went
is
to.
my grade. Well, our grade. She went to URI.
Wait, what frat were you in?
SAE.
Oh,
She
My
said you guys are
God.
like the cool guys, like the dancers and shit.
The dancers.
Dance a little?
Ain't
I
no
was
way.
the dancer. I
Yeah.
would,
No way. We love to hear that. That is tough.
I would be very, very blackout. And I did this thing where they would like make a circle and I would do some crazy dance. And it would
Love
circulate on Snapchat all weekend.
No, we're all dancing over here. Like
Yeah.
no matter what. There's also demon videos of us dancing.
Wait, when did you graduate?
2020. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I liked Narragansett. Other than the winter, it was miserable. It was just like it would always rain.
Yeah.
It'd be
Providence was
freezing, super
Wow.
windy. So like walking through campus, you're just like just shivering wherever you go. It's horrible.
That's brutal, actually.
And it did
Because
rain a
you're on
lot
the
there
water.
too. Yeah,
So the wind is crazy.
it was rainy in Providence too, right?
Because you guys are like low key,
Yeah,
just so close
walking
to the
through
beach
like
or
the
the water,
buildings
like you
too.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the wind
No,
was
it was a nice area though. Like when we got the nice days, like we'd go to the beach and stuff. And
That's fire.
just, like
I feel like let's do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I would drive to the beach too, because I was in
Really?
Providence, so it was like a 35-minute drive to get there. So I would drive to the beach with my friends after class too.
That's nice. I knew some people like went to Salve, like Regina,
Mhm.
and like
I
they
went-
were just
I
like
visited there.
go and visit like URI or like go to the beach around there and like hang out with URI people.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
no,
Yeah.
that's cool. My senior year, I lived with well, my junior year, I lived alone because I almost didn't go back because I was undecided up until junior year, and then I had to take summer courses, and I didn't know if I was gonna get into the business program or whatnot. So I got housing very late. You have to do it like the
The
beginning,
year before.
literally the year before,
Yeah.
yeah. So I ended up getting an apartment by myself, which was pretty cool. But my senior year, which I didn't do the previous 3 years, was like my roommate Jake and I would go on like hikes and stuff. Connor would come sometimes.
Okay, nice.
So there was a lot of cool like trails and stuff, and we would like jump in the water too when it was like 30 degrees out, just cause why
Holy
not?
shit.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the hikes had like drops that you can just jump in, or?
I mean, like some of them did, but like we would just go to the beach and jump in the water.
His
Yeah.
friend
Polar
Jake just like
plunge.
doesn't
Polar
give a
plunge and
fuck.
stuff, yeah.
Like
Really?
he's like just whatever. He does
Yeah.
whatever.
I was kind of like, I wish I knew about all this stuff like the other 3 years I was
Before,
here, because
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it went like senior year went by so quick. It's
Really?
like I kind of regretted not doing that stuff beforehand, because I didn't know about it really, but he knew all these like cool spots and stuff.
That sounds like a
he
good
just
thing though.
He just knew like weird places to
Yeah.
go, like fun things to do. So I was like, it was cool living with him for sure.
No, that's cool though. I mean, if it went by fast, like it means you had a
Yeah.
good time. Yeah.
Oh,
You
college!
cannot be bad.
That was the fastest 4 years of my life.
It
Yeah,
was.
that's
College was so much faster than high school, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's because you're like growing up with the same people.
Yeah.
Going from middle school to high school, whereas when you go to college, like you're kind of like
Completely new.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like I had the opposite experience. I feel like I was in college for eternity.
Really?
Yeah, and by the end of it, I was like ready to go.
So
Yeah.
was I. I had really bad roommates.
Where'd you go?
I went to Johnson and Wales.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that was in Providence.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Not like Providence.
no, I hate it now.
Oh,
I
damn.
loved it the first year and then now I hate it and
Is
I never
Providence
want to go
College
back.
around there?
I lived right next to Providence College in
Oh.
that
Oh,
neighborhood.
so it's like
Really?
in the city.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone lives in the neighborhood where right next to Providence College. Like that college
Okay.
neighborhood is like
I went
all
to
of
a
those, like,
sushi
5
place
streets.
in Providence because my best friend
which
lives
one?
in Great Barrington, I think.
Okay.
And you like sit on the floor and you eat sushi.
I went there like
Is
a
it
couple
bad?
times.
I
No,
don't
it wasn't
remember.
bad.
It was good.
You said
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
That was like the only time I think I've ever really like spent time in Providence that I
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely fun like if you've never been there to like visit, but like I personally I went back for my friend's baby shower and that's the last I will ever be there.
Wait, what's
Never
that
again.
street like near Brown that has like all the cool stores
Oh,
on it?
I talk about this street Thayer.
Yeah, I like that.
I
That was
love
fun.
Thayer Street. Oh, you have to go there if
There's
you
so
go
much
to
to
Providence.
do.
Is like bars and stuff like that, or
It's just like I don't even know. It's by Brown.
It's just
Okay.
like trendy stuff. Like
Yeah.
trendy like food
Yeah.
places.
Like
Oh, okay.
Baja's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know
Baja's.
exactly
like
what
restaurants
you're
and
Oh.
stuff like that?
Chinatown.
Wait,
I had a
just say
culture
that.
shock when I went to school there because I literally thought Insomnia Cookies was like only in New Haven. And so when I don't know, I saw
I
it
only
in
thought
Providence.
It was in stores.
No, I saw it in Providence on
We just live in our
Thayer.
own bubbles.
And I literally was like, why is this here? I was like pissed. I was like, no one else should know about this. I was so mad.
I had one on my
So you-
campus.
Yeah.
Start yelling at the people in line. What do you know about this? What do you know about that?
No, I literally was so angry. I was like, I thought this was only in New Haven. Like, what do you mean you had this?
Really on your high horse
I
in
didn't even
Connecticut?
know there was an insomnia. New Haven.
Like
You
everybody.
didn't know there was a song in the
No.
What?
I
Well,
was
okay,
spending
we
too
live
much
right next to New
time.
Haven, so it's.
new too,
But like, if you go out
No,
to
it's
like,
not. We
I've
were
only
going
been
high
to
school.
New Haven for like very specific
Yeah.
reasons.
I don't know
Do
what
you go
kind
out
of
to,
high
like,
school
Stanford
experience you
more,
had,
maybe?
but I was in New Haven
No.
like every day.
So
Blacked out most of the
I have a lot of
time.
family. Sorry,
wait, no, you're good.
I have a lot of family that is from down here,
Mm-hmm.
and the times I've been to so our family friends own bar, so I go to bar. When I
They
go,
own bar?
They
Yeah.
own bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where we're out every weekend.
I
So
love bar.
if
Wait,
you
he
would
wants to go.
love to like,
So
Hi, Jay.
you haven't been to bar yet?
No, I've
he's
been. I wanna
but we
go,
haven't
though.
gone in a
Oh,
long
cool.
time.
If you do
Literally
come
go
tomorrow,
bar.
I will say we will be
We're
out
going
and
bar.
we will be around. Like
Yeah.
respectfully,
That's actually kinda fun. We
it's
don't have
actually
work
it's
on
okay. Okay,
Thursday
so
'cause-
it's
Dude, it's Thanksgiving.
I
no,
know.
but it's the night before Thanksgiving.
Everyone
No,
goes
no, no.
out the night
Think-
before Thanksgiving.
Have
It's
you
like
been
a
out on a
thing.
night before
I
Thanksgiving?
actually have never.
Right? Like it gets
I
to
have
it.
no.
Like
It's basically like a
oh,
high
Jess,
school
it's
reunion.
insane. It's insane. Like everything's packed. Every single line you go to, like downtown New Haven, very packed. You
Oh, I
probably
know
go
that.
anywhere. Like
Yeah. Last time I went to bar,
it was
there were so many fucking people there. I couldn't even move.
Yeah,
but,
it was
like,
actually crazy packed.
Yeah.
When I go, I just stay
So
in that
imagine
one
tomorrow
room.
night.
Or like,
Oh, the middle, like that, like middle
no,
room.
like when you walk in, it's to the right, and it's like the circular bar, and there's the kitchen in the back.
Oh, like the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
I just
restaurant.
like chill
Mhm.
there and with, because my aunt used to work there, and then
Mhm.
like got really close. Yeah, so interesting experiences.
What is that little glass room that they have like next to the dance floor bar area? You know what I'm talking? There's
Isn't
like
it
that
just
little.
like you can like rent it to like sit
I don't know.
there?
Aren't those like cages for
You mean next
dancers?
to the bar in the back room?
Yeah.
Like, all the way to, like,
Am I
the
wrong?
back.
When I was
I
little.
think that's or something.
Yeah, that's where they can get like a whole like.
No one heard
service
her?
and stuff.
Aren't those like cages for dancers?
Cages for dancers? She's talking about like where the DJ is.
No, like okay, when I was little,
dead.
and we used to go there when my aunt worked
Wait,
there.
how long has this place been there?
Forever. I used to go there when I was like.
I thought it was like new.
No, I used to go there as a kid to eat pizza, and my aunt
That's
would be
crazy.
working, and we'd like hang out with all of them. And I remember one time we were eating in that room, like to the left, like before you get back into the dancing area. But you can like see into that room a little bit. And I don't know if they were having an event or like what they were doing, but they had like stripper cages. And I was like 7 at the time, and I was like,
Well, they
oh my
don't
God.
have that
No,
anymore.
I thought there was like, oh, I thought I just knocked my phone over. I was like 7 and an idiot, so I was like, oh my God, like they're bringing animals in here, like this is gonna be like a pet zoo. And so I got so excited, and I was like, Mom, like look, they're gonna bring animals in here. And my mom literally was like, oh my God. And then my mom's like a very open person, like she'll just explain things to me, and she was like, no honey, like that's for naked dancers. And I was like, Mommy, I don't want to see them.
Mommy, no.
I was like, ew. I was like, where are we? I want to leave.
That's crazy.
But yeah, those are my
Interesting.
experiences at New Haven.
That's awesome. Yeah, we should all go there tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're all going there.
Almost that far. Yeah. Well, you said you're going to Pennsylvania or whatever.
I might.
you will.
Depending on if I go there or not, but,
Me and him have a Thanksgiving and then we go.
Yeah. Wait.
like I wasn't invited to
I-
Thanksgiving.
So you
You weren't
wait where you were?
No, I was.
Well, you weren't in the chat. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, your number wasn't in the chat.
It wasn't.
Sorry.
They kicked him out.
Well, we just didn't know if you had her number, so we just didn't know.
Well, no, Luce texted me and said we're going to the Thanksgiving, so
Yeah.
if you want to come.
I did text her and saying like me and Miller are good to go,
Mm-hmm.
but Jared we're still waiting on.
Oh, so I got invited.
So that's what I said. Jared's
Like
still waiting.
indirectly.
And then she I don't know if
Like
she
you can
responded,
show up if you want.
Like
There
uninvited.
might not be a
Good.
seat for you at the
I'll see you
table.
both.
I'll see you.
That's what she said.
What if she trying to keep Jared out? Yeah. I'm playing.
Did you really grind
Shuts
or-
the
Yeah,
door
did
in
you-
his face after you both
She's
walk
like,
in.
oh.
No,
Oh,
not today.
really? They live in Pennsylvania now?
No, from.
Did you get her number though?
Oh,
And they invited us out to
That's
Thanksgiving.
right.
that's nice.
Oh, okay. No, well, she ain't creating no Snapchat group chat, so
So
But
we'll find out.
Yeah. Find out.
We We have a couple questions for you guys.
Love it.
All right, so we know. Tell the people how you guys met.
Me and him?
Mhm.
Go ahead. I've talked about this a million times. Go ahead.
But it's your favorite subject. So.
No, it's my least favorite subject, actually.
What? I don't know. You were pretty enthusiastic.
No,
when
but
you
like,
said it
but
last
like
time.
when older people ask me, I'm like, yeah, Tinder, and they're like, ooh, and I'm like,
Let's hear both sides of it. Let's hear your side, John.
Okay, so go ahead, your turn.
Oh.
I mean, it was
Put you
like
on the spot, man.
it was like
I've
it
never
was
heard
COVID.
your
It was
perspective
COVID.
of
I
this.
wasn't going out. I wasn't like meeting people out or anything like that. I was single for like a year, and I was like, let me try. And then, I did talk to a fair amount of people on there.
Fair.
But like I never like nothing further than that really. Nothing really like clicked. But then I matched with her, and I messaged her, and then we literally just like. We were up to like 4 a.m. texting like the
for
first
like
night.
4
It was
days in a
crazy.
row.
Yeah, like
Really?
4 days in a row, like
That's-
texting. Then I was like playing Xbox once, like day 3 or 4, and she just FaceTimed me. I was like,
No, it was
It was
definitely.
pretty-
I remember her saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
it was early
You
on.
were like-
I don't
I
know.
said
I
something,
don't know
I was
how
like, whoa.
soon, but she FaceTimed me, and I was like,
I didn't think he was gonna answer.
I let it ring like 3-4 times, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna answer it, whatever. I was kind of nervous. I
You're
was
talking to the
like,
boys in the chat like, all right, what do I do?
no, I was kind of nervous. I was like, because we were texting so much. I was like, none of that was stuff to talk about. Like,
yeah.
but no, it was good.
Obviously, it
We
went
kept
well.
we kept the conversation
Yeah,
going for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
And she let me keep gaming, so that was cool.
Oh, that's
She didn't
actually
yell at
mad
me.
chill.
Like,
Wow.
She didn't hang up on me because I was playing Xbox. Now she would,
Wow. Oh.
No, I wouldn't.
but no, but I don't really play Xbox. So
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's
would you
funny.
guys say you guys believe in love at first sight, or was it more of a gradual connection between you guys?
I don't want to sound like crazy, but I feel like this is gonna sound so soft. I feel like when I started talking to you, because you know how girls are, you're like, oh, I was texting this guy, and like we were talking about this and this and this and this, and like this is so crazy because like we're like the same. So I was doing that to like my friends, and like after like I think, does it sound crazy?
No.
Does
No.
it sound
All
crazy?
do
All
It
girls
sounds
do that,
normal.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, that's why it
To
doesn't
like
sound
some
ideal.
certain extent.
We're like half glass full when it
Yeah.
comes to
Well, I also just came out of like a super toxic relationship. So I was like, this is so weird because I haven't experienced this before. So I think because of that, I was like tunnel vision. And then because we were clicking so well, I wouldn't say like love at first sight, but I definitely like knew like from when we started talking that it was going to be something serious,
That's
if that
nice.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be like, I love this man.
No. You just
Well, I do now,
saw
but
But it's about the click, like the initial
it
like
actually
connection.
happened
you know?
pretty fast though. Like I feel like it didn't take us that long to say I love you to each other.
yeah,
How long did it take?
Like
3-4 months.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good luck.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Respectfully, yeah.
Because this guy over here said that a girl should say it first.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
saying
actually
positive.
very against that.
Why is that?
Respectfully, I'm with
Because-
you, John.
And we said, well, in the episode before, we talked about it, like who should say I love you first. And he said, like, a girl should say it first. And then we both said,
Yeah, no, we were in agreement.
whatever your feeling is.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Say it.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't wait for it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a good conversation.
It's a
right
nice
now.
Yeah,
So what do you
I
think?
what do
definitely
you guys
disagree with
think?
that.
like what? Who should say I love you first?
Mhm.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Does it really matter as long as someone says it?
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so for me personally, in high school when I was dating this person, I think I told you about this. He knows everything. We were like with each other all the time, and then I think it was like senior year, like before he was leaving for school, but he was going to Arizona.
So you were like younger than him, and he was.
No, we were
Oh.
in the same grade, but he was going to
Oh.
Arizona, so they leave a
Okay.
lot earlier.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
he was about to go there, and I was like, okay, well, I think I love him, so I should probably say that before he leaves.
Wait, is
Not when
this-
he's going to Arizona.
Yes. You know
Wow, that's a
who that is. So, yeah.
On the one that used to always have the summer parties? God, I didn't know you guys did. That's crazy.
anyways, so I said that, whatever, and then he was going on like a family vacation and whatever, and then he comes back from this family vacation. He just like does not speak to me at all, like just weird. He was at a party and I was there. He didn't say not like one word to me, and I was like, what's going on? And you know how his parents are like photographers and stuff. I was like, okay, like let me just like check Facebook, because like his mom when we were little would always be like, you guys belong together, like you guys are gonna get married one day. Do you remember that? Okay, so I wasn't bugging. I was like, okay, like we're like literally together. I like just told you this, you said it back, like whatever. He comes back from this vacation, does not speak to me at all, and then he's like yeah, you know, like we shouldn't, I think like it's done. I was like, what do you mean? But I went on Facebook and his mom is a photographer, and
She
literally
had like the best second grade photo of me ever.
but she had like mad albums from all their family vacations. So I looked in the one they were just on. There's pictures of him and this girl like all loved up on each other. And they like literally got together on this vacation.
Wait, where were they?
Oh god.
They were on a cruise. So just like mad pictures of them like kissing, hugging in the water, and I was
God.
like, "What the
Why was the
fuck
mom
is?"
taking pictures?
That's
of
what
that?
I'm saying.
No, that's
That's
what
what I'm
my dad
saying.
That's weird.
Mom
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck.
But
She's
it
like,
was so,
oh
like-
yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
a great one.
But it was so
Yeah.
weird
Get
because she would
photos.
always say to me that like she like wanted us to be together, and then I was like, "What is
That's kinda
that?"
fake.
Some weirdo
Yeah.
Kinda
shit.
fake.
Yeah.
So then like this whole thing
Extremely.
happened, and I was like, like you told me you loved me, and he was like, I say I love you to all my friends.
Oh god, no, he didn't.
And
No,
so
that's-
after
that's
that,
brutal.
OD.
yeah,
That's
so
brutal.
after that, I was like, fuck you. I will never say that first ever again. And I'm like sticking to that. And then I wished karma on him, and then it happened, and I was like, ha.
Why was he
So
trying to piss you off?
I don't know, but I wished that he would go to
Why was his
school
whole
and
family
he would
trying to
drop
piss
out,
you
and then he would get fat, and that's exactly what happened. So
Wow.
Also,
karma, I will
feel
never
like-
say I love you first ever again.
I feel like a good thing to point out, and this is just coming from the perspective of someone who went to school in the South, rush starts early. And when you're rushing, like, don't talk to a guy when they're
Like for
rushing.
sorority, you mean?
Yeah, sorority. and
Yeah,
frats
no,
rush
he didn't
really
do
early.
anything.
He didn't?
Nope, he just like went there and didn't have any friends, and then dropped
Aw.
out like before Thanksgiving. And I
Karma.
was like, that's literally what I wished, and it happened. So, fuck
Yeah,
you,
Arizona's
respectfully.
huge.
Sounds like it worked out though. You didn't have to
Yeah.
say I love you first again.
Yeah,
and
never.
You
I
actually
vowed to
ended
myself.
up in that
But it's-
situation.
I wanted to say it, but I was like, I can't. Like, cause I felt it, but I was like, I can't say it. Like, there's no way I'm doing that again. But then he said it like 3 days later, and I was like, oh, okay.
You could make the argument.
Nah. Not, it's bad
Is it not the
reasons.
same?
That's bad reason.
Is that a reason?
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing you said it. Because I feel like people are meant to be in your life, whether they're a lesson or a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's obviously your blessing.
Sadly.
He's obviously your lesson.
I know. Oh.
Put that in your next song.
Yeah, I know.
Put that in your next song.
Word for word, bar for
I
bar.
was a teacher, so I had to like,
Yeah.
I had to talk eloquently.
No, that's
But
just Big Sean.
I feel like you learned a lot about what about yourself and like what you're willing to accept in
Yeah.
a relationship and what you're not.
Yeah.
But I think you should be proud of yourself that you like were vulnerable enough
Mhm.
to say that to someone, because that's not an
Yeah.
easy thing to do. And just because you didn't reciprocate doesn't mean that you can't like pat yourself on the back for being like, I felt a certain type of way. I communicated that as best I could, and it wasn't reciprocated, and he was kind of a dick about it, but whatever, you know, like I
Yeah.
did what was best for me. And like,
Yeah.
look, now he's a drop.
Ha.
LOL. So, you know, karma has a way of working, you know, its way around.
That was
but
crazy. I
you,
loved
it
that.
worked out for you.
It did.
You know, you just had to be a little patient, and you had to have a little lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, but it works out.
Here we are.
Got the boy John.
Here you
Yeah,
go.
you already know.
That's
That's
tough.
tough. No, that's tough. That's good to hear.
Crazy because her ex was actually like my best friend. Like,
Ooh.
We were like literally a friend group, like
Yeah,
a literal friend
second
group.
grade.
Yeah.
to,
How are we even?
fourth grade, like tight. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't even remember second grade.
I was literally thinking the same
I used
shit.
to have
I was
best
like,
friends up until like 8th grade. Like, I don't talk to them.
yeah, exactly. I was like,
Do you still talk to you?
Yeah. Not really. We'll say like, how you doing? Like every like, yearly, but
Really?
yeah.
I think at this point, the person I'm closest with from high school is probably you, and that's saying a lot. I like don't talk to anyone from high school anymore. Just my best friend, just one person, and that's it.
That's funny.
We did not speak in high school at all.
No?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. No, I didn't even know you're dating. What's his name?
Well, I guess I wasn't. I don't know. Like what? Very interesting.
Whoa.
Okay, next question.
But,
Or
yeah.
anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone
Anyone else?
else? Anyone else
We
have
all
a
have
story?
a bunch of comments on that.
Anyone, do you have a story?
We already talked about like the love situation.
Yeah, no. We just thought, honestly, probably just more of like,
Both said like it's a feeling that we
yeah,
can say.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because like even though like we, you know, me personally like I have been fucked over here and there, but at the same time like I like to be vulnerable and
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
If you
yeah.
aren't willing to, if you aren't willing to make
and that's
yourself,
what he was saying as well.
Mhm.
Just talking about like you know if you're feeling that feeling.
Yeah, just
why
say
not
it.
say
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Like, somebody's got to do
You
it.
said it one time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, my story was terrible though. Like,
you said it one time.
honestly,
I
no.
hear you.
You
No.
contradicted yourself a little bit.
I did.
You-
No,
you
no.
told your story and then you said that same story but at a different time.
No, because I learned from my story. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
Well, no. That's what's your bitch ass saying? Wait, no. My story was about the first ever like love I had thought I'd been in, and then I'm saying about my perspective as of now is like saying like what Luch was saying. Yeah, like you should just say it when you feel it. And I said it when I felt it. I just was being so scared and so anxious out of my. It was my first time saying it. I was just so nervous. Like I just mumbled it, and it was really gross.
She didn't respond.
She didn't respond well. It was like what'd you say? I was like, oh,
What?
I was
I
like,
don't know.
I was like, oh, that's so funny. Yeah, you were just leaving, weren't you? Yeah, okay, yeah. Like, why? No, but actually, I learned from that. I know it wasn't my best move. I've learned. I've grown. So yeah. Yeah. 5 years. Yeah. I hope I did a little bit of growing. Got him.
All right, so we are going into would you rather questions to end off on a fun note. Because everything's been great talks and great conversations. Would you rather object at every wedding you went to, or take a selfie with the deceased person at every funeral?
I didn't even fully read that one. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't even know about
And
that.
we can start at Ellie.
this is like one con of having a really big family because I have to go to so many weddings and so many funerals, and they're Catholic funerals, so they're like open casket.
Oh god. It's the best selfie.
The selfie has
Have
to be
you
like
seen what they look like?
Yeah, no, I have. I know it's creepy. I'm
I
not
would
gonna
never
lie.
want. I guess like if I immediately deleted it.
Yeah.
But then also my family would be like,
That's
"What is
Everyone
she
would be like,
doing?"
what?
They would be like, "Is she okay?"
It's like I have to.
I don't even know. I hate funerals, so probably just object to every wedding. But I'll do it quietly. I'll be like, "I object." Like no one can hear me. You know.
No, like you definitely getting a couple looks is like what we're like looking for. I'm gonna be honest, like a couple like, what was that?
I feel like if it was at a friend's wedding, they just expect it. They'd be like, there's Ellie again. But like a family wedding, that's awkward.
What, like a
Yeah.
coworker wedding that you just met though?
I don't really think I'd go to my coworker's wedding unless I like really like them.
That's fair.
Yeah, respectfully.
I think I would do the same.
Yeah.
Definitely do the same. Like object to every wedding because I can't come to my senses and take a selfie with the dead.
Wow.
It's like, hey, is my
You're gonna haunt me in my sleep. Like I'm not doing that.
Also, it's
That'd be
every
crazy.
funeral.
every funeral. you
So
go to.
like people that are close to you, you're gonna be like sobbing in your
it's like
picture.
you're like just creeping around the corner like.
No.
They're like ready to close the casket. You're like, wait.
What
He
if they're
goes-
cremated?
If
Oh.
they're cremated, I guess you get them before the furnace.
In the furnace is crazy.
They're like about to roll.
They're
in.
right about to say
Oh
the
my
same
god.
Wait,
You're like, wait. The fire's in the background. You're like, no.
It's horrible.
Tonight was gas. That's the caption. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
honestly, I'm thinking a little deep on this one. I think I would take the selfie of the deceased every funeral because I'm thinking, let's say I do that like 2 times in a row, I'm not gonna get invited to another funeral. But if I object at like 2 weddings in a row, I won't get invited to more weddings.
That's a good
great
point.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go to weddings.
Yeah, I'd rather go to weddings.
Yeah, I think I'll take the selfie.
All right.
And see until they stop inviting me.
I think I'm gonna follow that up, but I'm also gonna take selfies at the funerals because, like, you know, like at least I can't like ruin the relationship with them. Like it's already like at least a couple people might like they might vouch for me and be like, oh, like he was just really sad, like he was really out of it. Like if I'm at a
He
wedding,
just needed one last
yeah,
picture.
exactly. Like he just,
But they're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just needed one more. Like, but at the weddings, like at the weddings,
every time Millie gets shook, I was like, just one more.
They're like, okay, we're closing it up, sir. Like, please, like, leave us alone.
One more.
Yeah, that's me at the fucking funeral bar all night, like just like one more pig. No, honestly, I'd rather go to the weddings though, cause like, oh no, the funeral selfies, because if I'm going to weddings, like, damn, like I'm really like embarrassing myself, like for the people that I'm about to be seeing for, like these are your friends, you know what I mean? Like if the both of you guys went out and had a wedding, I'd literally have to be like, no, wait. Like, what, man? They're like, bro, like, there's no fucking way. Like, come on, man. So, I think I'm good off that. Yeah.
I'm going to object at every wedding. Yeah,
That's
I don't really
bold.
have an explanation on that. Well, I feel like I'm very sarcastic, so if I did that, everyone would just be like, they wouldn't know I'm not being serious.
Like the priest is like, does anyone have any objection?
I'd be like, I object. Just kidding.
Yeah, can you do it like that? Can you like play it off as a joke?
No, you gotta go all out.
No,
Because you gotta
no.
take the selfie all out.
Yeah, it's commitment either way.
Object, and that's it.
Okay, then
No,
yeah,
I
I'd still
object.
do that.
I feel like it's nothing too serious or too.
Yeah, I'd still do that then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because with
Yeah.
the-
I feel like I'm not really not going to go to a lot of
like,
weddings,
you can
so
do whatever as well.
Mm.
You know, you can either smile on it or like be like sad.
unless I'm like a bridesmaid
Dead,
in a
he's
wedding,
dead.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
object. He's trash.
I don't know.
This one's for my dead homie.
Yeah, like as a family member, I feel like I would reason with the person taking a selfie, like with the casket, like at least more than the
They're
dude
like-
that's objecting at the wedding. Cause like the dude, like I'm like, wow, his like Michael's friend was really upset. Like he's taking selfies like at the casket. Like Buddy is just sad.
I
Like
don't think
at the
I'd
same
want
time,
someone
like,
to take a selfie like with someone who was dead.
it's almost like
though.
respect, honestly. I'm like, wow, like Michael was that cool. Like he's getting selfies even after postpartum. Like, you know what
I
I
would
mean? Like,
think that
like
was so
a
weird.
post-mortem. I don't know. Yeah.
If I saw someone do that, I'd be like, something's wrong with that. That's not normal. Like,
the
there's
person
no
that
way.
at every wedding is like, whoa. No, you don't even invite them at that point.
I'm still doing it. Your turn.
Yeah, John, where you at?
Take the selfie, and if anyone asks, just be like, it was his last wish, her last wish.
Her last wish. That's a great one. Actually, I like that. I like that.
Before they died, they wanted me to take a selfie.
She would
That's it.
love to know what she looks like right now.
You said
If only she could see
all
it.
the makeup,
Like-
all done up, like in their best shape of their life. Like it's alright. Like they
Just
wanted
gotta, just gotta
that.
play it off like they wanted it.
They wanted it.
Instead of
I have a text to
instead of
prove it.
embarrassing yourself in front of people you're gonna see for the rest of your life.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, I'm still doing it. And you'd be right next to me, so what about it?
All right, then I'll embarrass you with a funeral selfie. You embarrass me with that. Yeah, we'd get
What a
invited.
combo.
We'd get invited to nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing
You guys would
else.
have 2 funerals and 2
Still.
weddings max.
Oh my god.
Genuinely.
Whatever.
What's crazy is, it's actually sad. One of my best friends had a funeral the other, or not him, but like someone in his family. This random dude afterwards taking pictures like right next to this really nice car, just like posted up. Like, like what are you doing, bro?
He's like on the car, like
no, that's
No.
exactly what he was doing. Like
That's crazy.
face and everything, like posing and shit. My car was literally like right there. I was like, bro,
We're not doing this right now.
Yeah.
Really
He said
weird
it.
thing.
Captions. It's a cold world out here, and he's just like, iced out and everything.
Oh, no.
That's mad funny. I love it.
That's terrible.
No, that's how it be.
We'll get into something a little bit deeper now.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't deep.
That was
Less
really
dark
deep.
and deep. Yeah, I
This
don't
one's,
know.
Alright. We'll say it out here. Would you rather forget your first love or never move on?
I'm forgetting my first love.
Same.
Peace.
Or never move on.
Same.
I knew she was gonna say that.
Yeah. Are you after that? Bye. No, thank you.
Okay, so are we gonna go down the line or like how we working this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go from the opposite way?
You gotta move on.
Yeah.
You can't just live with that forever.
Who was
OD.
your first love?
We don't gotta talk about that right now.
He's like, I plead the fifth.
I plead the
No,
fifth. I plead the fifth.
Well, if it is, she's married now, so it's
It's not a podcast topic per se. I think he's what he's trying to gesture at. What about you, Jess?
Who is it?
I already answered.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I know who it is. That's fine.
Let me
I was
know.
just wondering. I like say we've never fought, and then I'm like beating your ass
Yo,
in the car.
she's just gassing it the other day. Yeah, I mean, like literally never fought. Like, what the fuck is that? Who is that?
No, I'm really not like that.
Okay, wait. What was your answer again?
Alright, forget.
Forget the first love.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, forget first. Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm on the same wave. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, you win some, you lose some. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you can't forget your first love. I feel like you could still marry without never moving on. So I would never move on because I feel like you can learn from that first love, but still never move on.
I was thinking about it in that learning perspective. I was saying, like in my head, to kind of like forget her, but at the same time, like I've never learned from that first experience of like loving for the first time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like
And I
that.
would forget that whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather keep that experience, at least to learn, my mistakes or like learn like the good parts, grow, and move on. But
We're not.
not move on, but like
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I heard that.
your turn.
I don't know. I feel like I've already forgot. So I don't.
Period.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like that's just.
Respectfully.
I feel like that's growth. Like
Mm-hmm.
moving forward.
Yeah.
I feel like never moving on is like a really intense. Like that means like you're still fixated on them. You know what I mean?
Like a what if.
Yeah, but I feel like it's.
But like a what if.
Okay, well, like, let's hear what she has to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like never move on means that you're never gonna love again. That's what I think when I
Like
hear
love
that.
fully.
Love fully.
Yeah, you're not
like,
gonna
you
get
had
the
this
full
first-
potential
Exactly.
of like your next.
Whereas like forget, that's also very dramatic. But I feel like forgetting is like just growth. You know what I mean? Like I've had, I don't even know if I really like love someone like that, but I've had relationships in the past that like I don't really think about them as frequently as I did, so I forget things, and I feel like that's just like the process of moving on and moving forward. But I forget who like said it, but like I think also like learning from those experiences and keeping those with you is important to be able to develop like gratifying, healthy relationships in the future. I was reading something and it sounds corny, but they were like, you have 3 major loves in your lifetime.
I've said that to him
Really?
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the first love is your young love. It's
Mhm.
young and immature and it's probably toxic, but like it's the first time you feel that sort of like passion or emotion and you learn something from it. And then you take that and you have your second love, and your second love is like when you learn how to be in a relationship, but it's just like not your forever.
Yeah.
And then the third love is like you've had all the tools, like you've gained all the tools that you need to be able to have that sort of lasting relationship. So I thought that was really interesting and kind of true, because I feel like everyone in high school like has that one person they're like, is this what love feels like? And obviously it's just simply not, but we do in the moment think that that's love, and I think that's valid to our past selves, but I think we can reflect on it in the future with some gaps of forgetfulness and being like, okay, like I learned from that and that's not my truth anymore.
I like that.
Okay,
I
so
really like that
I talk about the
answer.
3s all the time, and I've said it to him before too.
Okay, but you're
Yeah.
probably also on some astrology stuff with that, like, kind of vibe.
That's another question that we should get.
Well, he's a Capricorn.
But yeah, you literally just proved my point.
What
What does
are
that
you?
mean? I don't
I'm
know,
a
John.
Taurus.
I think
Taurus.
John's a cool guy. It doesn't mean anything. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's Capricorn or
we're
Aries.
both Earth signs.
Earth signs are good together.
Thank
Just
you.
saying.
She gets like
My
way,
mom's a
she gets
Virgo,
way
she's an
into
Earth
the signs and whatever, but sometimes like she has this app that like reads like your
He reads
weekly
it, and he's
like,
your
"Damn."
weekly-
Horoscope.
and she was like,
daily horoscope.
we'll just be like chilling and whatever,
Oh.
and she'd be like, let's see what your horoscope says, and she'll like read it. I'll be like,
He's
why
like,
did
"What
all
the
of that
fuck?"
fucking happen this week? Like,
Okay, that is
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
super
Okay, that
accurate
is
every time.
wild.
It's weird.
It's so
It's
weird.
like,
That's
I don't
okay.
do it
It's kinda
every
cool.
day. I do
Okay.
it like once every couple
Okay,
weeks.
all right, interesting.
I haven't really been on that.
I think
yeah,
it's
but when
been
you
not
do,
that
it's like
crazy.
super
Is it
accurate.
actually?
It's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it
OD.
is.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll read yours after this, and you'll tell me what you think.
I
It's
swear.
weird. Like
If
it
it's some
kind
crazy
of
shit,
trips me out.
I'm gonna be tight.
Yeah, it's
be like,
bad.
what the fuck? That's not true.
Wait, so you're set on moving on?
No,
Oh,
forgetting
no.
first love.
Yeah,
Forgetting,
forgetting.
I guess.
Which is essentially, yeah. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like forgetting is moving on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't want to be fixated on one person for the rest
No,
of
of
my
course. I
life.
completely understand. I think you can definitely, like, but I definitely see, 100% see where you're coming from. I think it was just, like, the whole, like, you can, if you forget, I don't know if it's fully moving on, though, because I will say, like, you don't want to forget. Yeah, like, you know, but I 100% see where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
definitely get that. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
Alright.
like a forgetful.
No. I think that's genuine. No.
No, I think everything you said made total sense.
100%. I
No,
agree.
but I also get what you're saying.
No,
too.
yeah, but I do 100% see where you're coming from. Where it's like, you know, if you feel like you're moving on, like usually it's like the time where, like, I mean, I've personally felt like in my experience, like I'm like, oh wow, like I haven't thought about them, or like,
Yeah.
oh, like I didn't think about A, B, or C. You know what I mean? Where like there was usually an association or something like that. So I can completely understand where you're coming from. But
Mhm.
I will say it was like more like, I think I also saw where Luch was coming from, where it's like you don't want to forget that stuff because like you want to learn from it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you can't completely forget that relationship, and you won't learn from it if you can't remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that I've just like personally, from my own personal experience,
Mhm.
I had a relationship in college that was really not the best, and I felt like it was hard because it was hard to like get away from him because he was like
Mhm.
he's in so like
Mhm.
he's everywhere.
Damn.
And during like this kind of season, we turned on the TV. Can we not put that in the podcast?
Yeah, it's
though?
fine.
'Cause
It's
I don't
fine. It's
wanna-
fine.
This like time is very difficult because you
Mhm.
turn on the TV and it's like, oh great,
Yeah.
hi, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, of course.
And I think
Still
in
here.
college it was hard because I met
Mhm.
him in college. He was playing football in college, and like he was the captain, big man on campus,
Yep.
face everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, it was just hard to move on without forgetting. And the way I could forget him was
Mhm.
to be away from him.
Yeah.
And I think like after graduating college and like moving to Texas, that was when I really was able to do that because he wasn't all up in my face all the time.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of funny because I like go home on the TV and I'm like, oh, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
it's like all those
Yeah.
memories come back
Yeah.
and I'm like,
No, I completely
ooh, like, you know what I
understand.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'm over him. Like, I've moved on, but I feel like,
At least they suck though.
yeah.
Yeah, fact. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, them.
Didn't pick a good team,
Yeah,
buddy.
he's just a rookie, but he's not doing that bad. I don't know. Whatever. Good for him.
She's keeping up with Seth.
No,
Like, you don't have to
man,
hide it. It's
yeah.
all right. But no, I hear you. No, I definitely do hear you. Like, that's
It was
It's
just
not-
hard. It makes it
Yeah, of
hard to
course.
like move forward when
their
someone
faces all over TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think would be too. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine like
exactly.
anything leaves. Yeah.
But obviously, like that's very specific to me. So I
Of
also
course.
understand like your perspective on
Mhm.
it. Like those memories are like they're good memories that you
Of
should
course.
cherish.
Yeah. And
for
like
sure.
that's also the good stuff is like the stuff that you do want to like bring into your next
Mhm.
relationship like in the best way possible, but like also, you know, you do want to bring like the cautiousness, I would say, of like the things that did go wrong and like how you can better that situation or like move about it in a more maybe transparent or easier way to understand for both of you guys.
Yeah,
You know?
set boundaries. And,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Actually, the last question.
Yeah. Alright. This one is tough. This one is so tough. Would you rather never feel love again or feel your last heartbreak twice?
Oh,
Or not last. Or heartbreak twice.
I'm gonna start in the middle. I'm gonna double that shit. You know I had to double it. You know I had to double it.
Double back on it.
My last heartbreak twice, I would. Honestly, that shit was hard, but yeah, let me double that shit. Like that's right, honestly.
We just did it the same exact time.
I don't know.
I would definitely feel that last one twice.
I know. I'm not even like going in order, but.
It might kill me, but she is.
All right. Do you want to go Luch or do you want
I'd do the same. Feel my last one.
double back?
Because like, would you like never feel love again? Like,
What do you
That's just-
that's
that's
just
just-
True day.
What do you mean? Because I was saying, like, if you never feel love again, you just like amputate.
yeah. What?
Interesting.
It's
Most
I think that was a
toxic
stretch.
man on the planet.
a great take.
I think he loves himself.
I agree, Luch.
Like a little too
So-
much.
That was a really
A
hot
lot.
take.
Just sitting here contemplating, do I really want to feel it twice? But
Yeah, I mean, like you have the opportunity to, feel love again.
It's a-
But
yeah,
the first part, you'll never feel love again.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Maybe it'll help you.
So you'll either be sad forever or
Yo,
What would you
fact. Thank you. Thank you.
want to be sad.
What would you
You want to
do?
be a sad
feel
boy
it
for the rest
twice.
of your life?
Yeah.
for sure twice.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to love again.
Would you want to be sad forever? Like,
I know.
I'm a very emotional person.
is it two separate times you feel that, or like double?
No, like
Like,
honestly,
you
I'm thinking
feel
like
it twice as
200%. Yeah.
Like
I'm
twice
thinking-
as hard?
I
Yeah.
don't think I could do
Yeah,
that.
I mean that would make you so much stronger though. Going through something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
If you don't kill yourself, though.
Yeah, we just gotta keep you like in like a sponge room.
Yeah, yeah.
Lock the door.
Oh my god.
Padded walls and shit like that.
Then you'll be
and a
alright,
helmet, maybe. Honestly.
No, I really don't think I could feel that twice.
Yeah, I don't know how much worse it could get.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It was really bad.
I don't think I could feel it twice.
Okay, but like we want
Well,
honest
okay.
opinions. So we don't want like a yes group. Like
Yeah,
this is why we brought
Yeah.
you guys on here. I mean, so because
No,
it's not.
I definitely
you know.
couldn't do that.
Okay, bet.
For you to
Interesting.
think about it, like your guy turns into Tom Brady type shit. Like, that's twice. That's feeling.
Okay.
Well,
that's-
I guess that
No,
depends
that's-
how much
No,
I
no, that's
so
not. That's
different.
not twice.
She's
'Cause-
not feeling the heartbreak.
No,
she's
'cause-
just seeing him.
Yeah, that's being.
Well, okay,
that's
here,
being, like envious.
let me
you know
set
what I mean?
something straight. I wanted all his dreams to come true, and I still do. Like, I supported him
I respect
endlessly,
that.
like during football
Super
and all
nice.
that shit, and
Mhm.
dealt with all that stupid. I hate football. Dealt with all that stupid shit. And when I watched the draft, I watched him get drafted. We had been like talking during that time. I was psyched for him. Like, I was so happy and so proud of him, and like he is such a hard worker, and he deserves everything that comes his way. Did he treat me like shit? Yes.
She still has love for him.
But-
See?
But he deserves everything that he's getting right now.
Mhm.
And like if he turned into the next Tom Brady, like
Good for him.
amazing. Like, sorry for his future wife. That's gonna really suck for her.
Mhm.
But like he's gonna be a great father. He's
Mhm.
going to be a great athlete. Like he's a really great guy. He just doesn't have the skills to be in a relationship. Communication lacking. Essentially a mute. Like, I don't
Mm.
really know how else to say it. But I think like feeling double the heartbreak wouldn't be like him being successful, because I know that I'm going to be successful in whatever I want to do. Like, I'm very confident in that, and
As you
like
should.
I'm sure that he would be supportive of me doing what I need to do. I think like feeling double the heartbreak I don't even know how that's possible.
I
Like,
lost
it's-
7 pounds.
It
So
must-
like
it
I'm
must
not
hurt that
trying
bad,
to lose
honestly.
14
No,
if I feel
like,
it double.
yeah.
Because there ain't no
I'm
way.
all set.
I don't
I'm
know
all
how
set.
like guys handle heartbreak. Like I'm not saying it's any better or worse than girls,
Wait.
but like I think it's just I don't know.
I
It's
heard
horrible.
I heard that girls feel it like first
Instantly,
and then like
and
guys feel it months
later.
later.
Oh wait. Can I ask, like, when was the time, like, for both of you, just girls, when was the time where you felt like you're like pretty much over like the last relationship? Like, what was the amount of time? Because like I know my time scale, so like
Mhm.
based off of what you guys just said, like I want to know what you guys are saying.
Okay, well based on my last relationship,
Mm-hmm.
I was like feeling it really hard for like 2 weeks, and then that was it. Literally 2 weeks, and then that was it. Because I realized that everything that happened in that, like, there was really no positives and it was all negative. And then so I just focused on all the negatives and I was like, he was not meant for me. That was horrible. I should never feel like that ever again. And I'm over it. And then that was it.
Okay, bet. Let's hear yours, Ellie.
I grieved the relationship while I was still in it.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I think I did too,
I
which
think,
I think
like,
made it easier.
yeah, I just think I knew, like, we were so, like, the one thing I loved about our relationship was that we were so passionate, but, like, to a fault.
Yeah.
Like, everything was so extreme. Like, when things were high, it was really high. When things were low, it was really low.
Mhm.
And, like, it was a very, like, romance like situation.
Yeah.
Like, when we fight, he'd come and knock on my door at midnight and be like, I'm so sorry, like, with roses, and be like,
Oh
I'm so
my
sorry, I'm so
God,
sorry.
yeah.
And I would be like, oh my God, yes. But like, also no, like,
Yeah, of
objectively I
course.
can look back on that and be like, that was really toxic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was sad. All my roommates literally made me sign a notarized document to never talk to him again.
Oh my God.
Yes, like,
That's crazy.
it was,
That's
like,
OD,
a very
actually. Wow.
tumultuous relationship. And because of that, and because I was so used to, like, the highs and the lows, I think I grieved it while I was still in it. And so, like, when things started to, like, dissipate, it took a long time, but I was okay. You know what I mean?
Did you have, like, a general range? I don't want to be, like, too intrusive, but, like, yeah.
Oh, God. From the last time I saw him, maybe, like, 4 months.
Okay, I bet. Okay, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that, yeah. Because honestly, I recently, like, we went out, I went out with Luch, like, to the bar and, like, saw some, like, I don't know, like, some people that he knew and, like, I didn't know too well, and, like, a couple of them been going through, like, breakups recently, and, like, honestly, like, I had just, like, told them, like, yeah, I've been out of a relationship for a while, like, it was a long relationship, but, like, you know, like, it does get better, and, like, you do eventually, like, get over it, and, like, also, like, move forward. Not really get over it, but, like, move forward. You know what I mean? That's really what it's all about. And I don't know, like, one of the guys was like, oh, honestly, man, like, I'm so happy you said that. Like, that, I just loved to hear that. And then, like, honestly, like, it hurt my heart a little bit. Because, like, I do, like, honestly, like, I felt so bad. Or, like, honestly, like, I feel for that. Like, I feel for that, like, initial, like feeling of, like, heartbreak. Like, and, like, and I'm saying in my situation, like, personally, like, I had broken up with that person, like, my partner. But at the same time, like, it was hard for me. Like, it was really hard. It was not something that I mean, I was in love with this person. You know what I mean? And, like, I did see a future in some way, shape, or form, but, like, it was just really OD for me to, like, break up. And, like, even though that was my doing, like, it took me, like, I had told, like, the dude at the bar, I was like, yeah, like, the first 3 months are, like, and then, like, yeah, you get to, like, a 6 month point, and, like, honestly, like, you might get that second thought, like, I don't know, but at the same time, like, it definitely, I felt like it took, like, a long time for me, like, respectfully, like, even like my first relationship, like, I felt like it took, like, low-key, like, 10 months for me to, like, fully be like, wow, this is kind of it for me. But I don't know, I definitely do see that 100%. I just wanted to hear, like, perspective, like the other side, like, low-key.
Yeah, I read something that said, like, the length of your relationship, like, half of that is the amount of time it usually takes people to grieve. So if you date someone for 2 years, it could take you, like, up to a year to grieve that, you know?
I can see that.
I feel like I noticed that it's somewhat accurate, just, like, with my own stuff and my friends' stuff, for sure. But it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah, I ain't mean to be ODA, so I'm just wondering. Any other questions from you guys?
I think we'll end it up there.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah,
I heard that.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Of course.
See you in the next one. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, John, for coming on.
Of course, we appreciate it.
It was a lovely conversation. I love how we got really deep into it.
Yeah. We know everything now.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, no, we gotta get a lot of stuff.
I know.
And you guys are always welcome to come on.
Of course.
Yeah, appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.